you will feel like nothing. No matter how much degree you have, no matter. But if you are not able to speak this language at the moment when you start speaking, good afternoon, how are you?
Yeah, I am doing great. How about you? Thank you for asking.
Oh, I'm also fine, doing great and feeling very positive. And how about you? How was the day?
Yeah, my day was as a homemaker, it is little bit hustle and bustle. So nowadays holidays is also going on. So I was
Okay,
busy with my kids and family.
okay, okay. So, as we are meeting very first time, so would you like to introduce yourself for me? Because I don't, created YouTube channel and I don't upload video. So, I just want to know about you.
Yeah, definitely. My name is Kirti. Basically, I hail from Bihar. I am a homemaker as well as mother of one kid. I
Mm-hmm.
have lots of hobbies. I have a itchy feet. I love to travel. I love to cooking, drawing, and reading also. And nowadays I have also indulged myself to learn this language, so this is add on my in my hobby. Moreover, I am also YouTuber. I have created my channel for learning purpose to enhance my communication skills and boost up my communication skills. So that's why I have created my channel. That's pretty much about me. So could you please
Thank you.
also introduce yourself in a nutshell?
Yeah, of course. I would feel like, privileged that because I don't come on the video conversation. I come very means once in a while. You can say it is my third or fourth video. You can say because okay, let introduce myself. My name is Dr. Neelam Mishra. I am from Jharkhand and I am connecting you from Dhanbad. And Dhanbad is a very famous city of Jharkhand because of the minings and minerals and education hubs like IIT, Medical Institute, Engineering Institute, the DGMS, BCCL, many kinds of institution here. That's why Dhanbad is very famous and I am born and brought up in Dhanbad. So as far my education is concerned, I have completed my PG in history and then PhD from Binoy University as well. Professionally, I was a lecturer in a college. I have 15 years of experience, and I used to teach in college or means bachelor degree students and master degree students history subject. And as for my hobby is concerned, I would say I enjoy doing everything. I don't say that I cannot say any specific hobby I have. I enjoy doing everything. Whenever I get time to, do anything, I just go ahead. Because especially if I would say connecting with people is my hobby now in these days because I'm a political and social kind of person. That's why it is my necessity and my nature. I enjoy joining other from the diverse background, and that's why I enjoy helping others and all. In this way, I can say that that's a little bit about myself. I can say thank you so much for giving me opportunity to introduce myself, and you have called me for your channel, and that's why I am feeling privileged today.
Yeah, it is my privilege to come on my channel because you send me message. So I thought, why not? I have to means I have to grasp that opportunity, and I try to connect. Because if I connect with new people, so in that way I am also learning. Because every people has a different perspective, different thoughts. So in that way I am trying to learn. So that is my
Yeah,
privilege also.
definitely. Definitely,
Yeah.
because now in this day, YouTube is very important platform where you can get any kind of knowledge, not only language, but also whatever you want to learn. You can easily go and click and search whatever you want. You can get anything, everything, right? So
Yeah.
YouTube is a very vital platform. People are now in these days using and
Yeah.
grabbing the opportunities, and that is very good for them.
Especially in the knowledge, I will say, means because it is a very crucial it is giving a very crucial role to learn this language. Not this language, any skill we have to learn very easily because of social media.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because previously these kind of opportunities and sources was not there. That's why at that time people were means compelled to keep themselves aside from those kind of means hobby, or if they wanted anything to learn, then there was no any kind of options at that time. Android phone was not even so. Now in these days, in this genre, social media and digitalized world we have. So yeah, people are grabbing the opportunity, and it is very good for thriving anything. If you want to thrive, if you want to develop, if you want to evolve yourself, then social media and YouTube channel is perfect for that. Yeah.
So I have a curiosity. I want to know, means why do you think I have to learn this language? Because you have a means knowledge also, and you are speaking well.
Kriti, actually, the area where I live, Jharkhand, especially Dhanbad, the locality, and
Yes.
means I don't find any person with whom I can speak, because it is not only English, any language. Means until you don't speak, you cannot enhance, you can't feel confident regarding this language, because speaking is a very important and vital part. But the area where I live, there is no that kind of locality and connectivity. Every people prefer speaking in local language like Khota, Santhal, and in Hindi as well. So every time I have to speak like in this language, because whenever I speak like in any field, I want to speak, but I thought regarding the people, the what kind of people are around me. Means deliberately, forcefully, I don't want to speak. I am speaking, and other are not able to understand. At that condition, speaking is useless. Useless. It would be like useless. And that's the reason I don't find opportunity to speak. That's why I decided to come into this platform, because you guys are very nicely working on this platform. Every time you are means you all are striving a lot, and that's why I'm very much impressed. And I decided spontaneously, I should also join this group, and then I will also find some kind of co-learner with whom I can speak. I practice so that I also can enhance this language in this way. That was the reason only I'm here with you all.
Yeah. So yeah, I understood whatever you are saying means we don't have a much means good environment to speak in front of people. So I have a question. What should I try to uh, convince the people this is the means important language to learn this? Because nowadays I think more people wants to learn this language, but they don't have a good platform. Yeah, they don't have a good environment to learn this language. So any suggestion you want to give that people so they will also try to learn this language and enhance their communication skill?
Yeah, of course. It is very important question for, because now in these days everyone knows that English is a global language. Without English, you will feel like you are nothing. Wherever you
Yes.
go, you will feel like English is a one of the sources through which you can connect with variety of people. Almost
Yeah.
70% of the means of this world, you can connect with any person, because the language which we know in this world, this means it is not possible to learn any language, every language, it's not possible. But once when you learn English, that means you can connect with any person, whether you are in India, or if you want to go abroad, then everywhere you can connect. And if I would say that, regarding if you do any business, then for any meeting, for any conference, any means your project related meeting, or if you are doing any job in any MNC company, then means of course you have to join, you have to attend means any stake of meeting. At that condition, if you are means eloquent, if you are a proficient, English speaker, if you are an eloquent speaker, at that moment, any meeting, you will show, means what we say that means you can prove yourself, you
Yes.
may be visible, right? And English language is means very important language. We all should know this language if you want to thrive in our life. If you want to accomplish, then we have to learn this language. Without this language, you will feel like nothing. No matter how much degree you have, no matter, but if you are not able to speak this language at the moment when you start speaking Hindi, one means some situation when you confront that the person with whom you are speaking, and he or she is speaking in English and you are replying in Hindi. The moment you start replying in Hindi, it feel like very embarrassed and feel like you are nothing, you are illiterate, you are means what we say that there is no word to say. So if you have knowledge about English language, you will feel extra level of confidence inside you, and you always will what we say that you will be ready for go anywhere for confront any situation. That's
Yes.
why this language is very important, very vital. Everyone should learn this language, no matter if they have completed their education from Hindi medium background or any other native language background. Now, in these days, we have social media so that we can learn this from our, so we can easily grab it and learn it because social media now in these days in our hand. YouTube is also with us, so we should all grab, we should all grab this opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know
Actually,
what happened. Actually, video is not there. My
yeah.
video
So
is also,
yeah, now it is
yeah,
coming. Yeah. So
and that's
definitely,
the reason.
yeah, I agree with you. We have to get a wings to fly. Means if I learn
Yeah.
this language, so definitely, and we have a
Yeah,
means
right.
we have,
It means you can articulate this now. This means if you know the English language, then you can feel like you have a wing to fly everywhere. You
yeah,
add,
because
yeah,
yeah, so that is the reason, and we means our door open up to more opportunity actually. If I learn
yeah,
this language, so yeah, definitely I agree with you. So
exactly.
yeah, if someone start their journey to learn this language, so how what should do to start this language?
I mean, what kind of sources they should start? Means if right, you wanted, I think you wanted to ask this kind of question, like
Because
from
nowadays, yeah, nowadays everyone wants to start means n- start this learn this language, right? So they are living village, so they also want how should I start my journey? Because they don't have a environment and no one has give the suggestion also. So could you please give the suggestion to audience also?
okay. So my suggestion would be firstly you have to recognize your level, right?
Yes.
What is your level? Where you are standing? If you are means almost zero, if you are starting from the scratch, then you have to start from some kind of other way. And if you have some kind of ideas, like means grammatical, if you know the basic grammatical knowledge, if you have, and little bit things, little bit ideas you have how to speak, at that condition you will start with somewhere else. Means the sources would be different, but I would say regarding the person who are completely nothing in this language, they don't know anything, means they are going to start from the scratch. At that condition, firstly I would suggest that basic grammar is very important. If people say that grammar is not important for this language, you should just start speaking, no, it is not possible. It is for native speaker. If any native speaker is there, then for native speaker, learning grammatical rule is not necessary. But if we are, means if we are not a native speaker, at that condition, basic grammar knowledge is very important, because means without basic knowledge you cannot frame structure, you cannot define your sentence, you cannot define your sentence structure and all. So basic grammar is necessary. And then you should start gradually, step by step, baby step, you can say that. You have to inculcate reading habit, you have to incorporate, right? Listening is a very important exercise if you do. So, and shadowing, mirror practice, these are all, means lots of sources are here. But most important thing is, means every person has no so much time to do all those exercise in one time. So at least reading, listening, and speaking. Three steps are very important, and in this way they can enhance slowly, gradually. And for that, because this journey is very long journey, lifetime, you can learn this, you can enhance, because in one time any language is not possible to learn and grasp all those things. But yeah, gradually and slowly you can, but you have to keep patience, consistency you have to maintain with perseverance, you have to means you have to keep perseverance, right? Because what happens, mostly I come across those kind of person who started learning this language, but after 1 month or 3 months, after doing some things, some exercise, they drop, they switched in other side and in other area. And in this way they start like derail, they start derailing themselves. So you should not stop in between the journey. If you will stop in between the journey, that means you will pull yourself aside. So
Yes.
consistency is important, regularity is important, perseverance is important. No matter how hard work you are doing, if you have sufficient time, then you put your hard work, strive a lot. There is no any problem. But if you don't have time, someday, then little bit practice if you are doing, it will do, no problem. But consistency is required. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, any time. Means how much time you have, just keep keep doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
agree
in
with
this
you
way,
with whatever you are saying, because I am also working on myself also, because I have seen drastic change in myself. But yeah, definitely consistency and discipline is more important if you are learning any skill. Means that is the most important thing to learn any skill. So yeah, means if you are speaking at least half an hour, 15 minutes in a day, and but you are consistent, so definitely we have to learn this language.
yeah,
So
one thing more I would like to add over here, because if you have kids, if you have children, then you start speaking with them. They may be your partner, right?
yes.
So previously it was that previously means the person who wanted to learn this language, at that condition they used to say that I don't have any partner with whom I can speak and all. But now in these days you have kids, you have children, then you start speaking with them, and that is the process through which you can practice, right? So you will enhance, your son or your children will enhance together. So this is the way you can speak. Because what I means contemplate, because in social media, how many time we can connect? Only half an hour, or one video conversation, or two video conversation, but it is not enough. You cannot say that means connecting with two people or one people in means once a day or twice a day, it would be sufficient for this language. No, it cannot be. But yeah, all time you have to speak with yourself. If you don't have any other person in your home with whom you can speak, at that time you have to speak with yourself, like, right? So in
Yes.
this way, like, surrounding, you can describe all those things, means by yourself. Pick just any object, like any object. If you have pen, if you have books, if you have any kind of object around you, then just speak and describe it. And just whatever you are doing, just speak with yourself that I am doing this, I am doing that, I will do that, I will do this. And in this way, when you go to your bed for sleeping at night, then at that time 15 minutes you can describe whole day what did you do in English. And in this way, early in the morning when you get up, before getting up, just try to say that what is the program for today, what work is there, you are going to complete, and what is in your to do list you have to complete now. So in this way you have to keep speaking every time. So we should really, I would suggest here that connecting with one people or two people in a day is not sufficient for this language. You have to make it habit to speak in English every time with your children, with your husband, with yourself, and that is the way.
Yes. Yeah, I truly agree with you. Means whatever you are saying, and nowadays everyone has a smartphone also. So in that way, they have to try to learn this language because Chat GPT is available, Google Gemini is available. So and most important thing, I have a camera. So we have to
Yeah,
talk with our camera also, right?
yeah. So you guys are doing very good. I am noticing that day by day you all are improving a lot because of this exercise. And I am the person who comes very means once in a while. I cannot come means every time, and that is the reason I feel like little bit more practice is required for this because surrounding is not like that. But I would like to say, Kriti, here that uh, anything like that the think before speak. How can you describe that? Think before speaking is important. Means taking
Yes.
pause is important. So how can you describe that? I would just like to know about this.
What is the miss question? I didn't get.
You
What
could
are you
not
asking?
you could listen. Yeah, I am repeating. I just want to know that, speaking means think before speaking. Means thinking, how thinking is important. Taking pause is important while speaking, while you converse with any person. Then taking pause, little bit thinking, and then speaking. I just want to know the importance of taking pause or thinking before speaking.
Yeah, it is a very important means if you are talking to anyone, so that time you take the pause and anything don't come in our mind. So in that period we have to recall that thing, and we have to talk with people because taking pause always help us to recall what I have to speak next, right? And yeah, I like if I talking to each other and I forget what I have to speak next, so that pause always help me means and one mentor told me means you speak slow, it is good, you take pause, you are not coming in your mind, people will think okay, she doesn't know, but that is not important. If you take pause and you are thinking, that is the important and day by day you can see the improvement actually, because that time you feel okay, I am feeling embarrassed because I am taking pause, right? But over the period you can see that pause you help a lot if you are not
Yeah,
getting anything.
exactly. I would also like to add something because, taking pause before speaking is very important. I would say it's a good habit, you can say, because
Yes.
continuously without taking a break, if you will speak very speedily, the matter will not appear that the thing which you want to elaborate, the matter which you want to share with your partner, and because of that speedness, the partner with whom you are speaking, they are not able to understand all the things firstly. So it makes your conversation, means you cannot you cannot speak impactfully, right? So taking pause is important for what? You think a bit, you take a pause, then at that moment you are able, your brain are able to select right word to speak,
Yes.
to put in the right place. In this way you try to give respect to all, right? So and secondly, you you prevent means what we say, that you prevent yourself using, means what we say, that what we that word is, I cannot reminder at that time. Inflammatory, yeah, inflammatory word. You refuse yourself using inflammatory words, uh, provocable words, right? And in this way, you give respect to others. You know how to speak, when to speak, how much to speak, and the listener who is listening your conversation, your feelings you are sharing, you would be that all means that person will also be able to understand all the things. So, and especially, it affects when you are making conversation with any sensitive matter. At that condition, if you will speak, means in speed, without thinking, without taking pause, the word you will use, it may be blast. It may be, create a means chaos kind of condition. So at that condition, speaking with taking pause and, little bit, you let your brain think and then speak. And in this way, you are able, what we say, that define your structure, define your sentence structure, and you and other side, it shows that you are mature. You whatever you are saying, it shows that you are mature enough, you have ideas enough, you have knowledge, your wisdom shows, and
In
in
that,
this way,
yeah. In that way, we have to give our message very easily, and we have to convey our thoughts in front of people very easily. And whatever we are, that time means we are forgetting, yeah, anything. So in that way, we have to recall that, and we have to speak up.
yeah, so in this way we can make our conversation healthy and
Yes.
impactfully. You can speak, and it will give, means it will feel like you are, whatever you are speaking, it is reflecting positively.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
we feel content. Yeah, right.
yeah, that is the reason. That's why we should make it sure that whenever we go for any conversation, we should take pause and then speak.
Yeah, ma'am.
Inflammatory, yeah, inflammatory, I was saying that time.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so ma'am, I think we have to cross half an hour, so we have to call it a day because only 30 minutes
Okay.
we have to get time. So, but
Oh my
nice to
God.
talk with you, and yeah, thank you for coming on my channel.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I enjoyed a lot with you because you are a very good, means what we say, attractive person you are. And incisively you said everything. And it was very impactful, I can say. And definitely I would like to connect again with you.
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am, definitely.
because now in these days, what I am means thinking that I should also start uploading video, because and not for viewers and liking and comment and all. No, just only for means environment. And once when I would start uploading video, then I would also start getting the person co-learner with whom I can make conversation. So in this way, next video, what would means today, this conversational video you upload it into your channel, and next video I will upload it in my channel,
Yes,
and in this way
definitely.
I will start. Yeah,
Yeah, if you give me a chance, so definitely I will come on your channel also. And
definitely Kriti, it would be, means I will feel privileged for that.
1 minute, ma'am. Just we have to cut that session. After that, we have to talk because this is half an hour. So after that, we have